Good afternoon. I'm Dennis Willich with Nationwide Southwest. I'm here today with Michael Gleason with Skyworth. Michael, glad to have you on board, buddy.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Well, that's great. Listen, let's talk a little bit about Michael. What's your background?
Unfortunately, I've been in this business a long time. I know I look like I'm 25 years old, but I've been here a few years. I started with a small company called Mitsubishi selling TVs. I'm sure you remember those 35-inch picture tubes and all that fun stuff. Then I joined a small brand called Fujitsu Plasma in the beginning of flat panel TVs. Some people like to say I put the FU in Fujitsu, but I like to say at Fujitsu the FU comes first. So, but I've been in the TV business most of my life. I worked for Sharp, companies I previously mentioned, and I think the key with the products I work with is the dealers and to make sure they make money and know how to sell the product and have fun, man. This is a fun business and it's important to have fun. I've always believed in that.
That's good. Well, you sound like you came from the old-fashioned way. You rolled up your sleeves, you broke some sweat, you got in, you trained, you did the things that were necessary to help the members, or in this case, the dealers out there sell the product to the end users. And that's a great thing. Well, let's get into Skyworth. Now, what is Skyworth?
So Skyworth is a $9 billion TV company. Okay. We're based in China. We do business in over 110 countries, but we never really did much in the U.S. We did enter the U.S. in 2016, sold some cheap opening price point TVs. Then about 4 years ago, we decided to get into kind of a specialty business in product that we can make money. That's a novel idea for a TV company. And then at the time they had no idea where to sell this product. They brought me on to kind of build the business. And we are 100% focused on CI, which is a really cool thing. And so we're making products that are unique, where we can take a market share, probably number 2 share in each of these categories. And so we make outdoor TVs, some of the coolest outdoor TVs on the market. I know a lot of people make outdoor TVs, but if we were doing a live demo here, I would show you a full sun TV. The first thing I would do is punch it with all my strength, and I'd break a few bones in my hand, but I would show you that the TV's got a tempered glass and can't break. And we're here in lovely Texas, and the first thing you'll notice about Texas is hail. And so these are hail-proof TVs. So it's a really great thing. They're really bright, 3,000 nits brightness. They have great protection, IP66 protection. Come with a 2-year warranty. And the best part's the price. Our outdoor TVs are value price. They're $7 and $5 grand for a 75 and 65, and dealers make a lot of money on the product, probably the highest margin in the industry.
Wow. Well, that's a lot of things right there. That was a mouthful of what you just said about all the stuff that things got built into it. You know, outdoor TV is becoming really getting big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really interesting. And like I said, I've been here a while, but in 2000, when 9/11 happened, people stopped traveling. And so the word staycation became a thing. Yeah. And people put a lot of money into home theater. And that's where rising flat panels came. People spent a lot of money on that product. Same thing happened here on the outdoor side. COVID happened and people were stuck in their homes. So the outdoor backyard became an entertainment place, and grills became a big thing, and outdoor kitchens and lighting and audio, and TVs came right along with that. And so outdoor TVs exploded during COVID, and it never stopped. And it's not only TVs, but as I said, outdoor kitchens and barbecues and bars and lighting, and it's all a big thing, and hasn't slowed down.
Exactly right. You know, when you think about the U.S. as it is today, and I was reading again this morning, we had a conversation with guy. We've got 5 different generations we're dealing with right now. 5 active generations, starting with baby boomers on down.
Yep.
And they all have something that they want. They all have different views on what they like to see. But to your point about COVID, and that was a very interesting time frame when they put lockdown on. and you couldn't move and do things, people started figuring out, well, what am I going to do to entertain? What am I going to do this? The famous, I guess, the words that caught me the most was when I read an article and it said that the generations are saying the backyard is the gathering spot. The gathering. That was the important thing for them, the gathering.
Yes.
Then it turned in to where the gathering had to include the whole family. The whole family. We didn't have mom and dad doing something, the kids doing something else. It was the whole family. Then it was the block of people, or it was the relative. But all of a sudden, you started having your weekly get-togethers, your gatherings, as they call them. And then we had to have the experience. And it blew my mind to watch the business when you talk about the backyard. And we had programs with a lot of different grill companies, obviously. But a lot of those grill companies had pizza ovens. And man, you have some really expensive pizza ovens. Wood burning. Now, you're burning wood in there. And these ovens were retailing for $6,000-$7,000. And we were selling them like popcorn.
Yeah.
They're just going out there. And I was trying to figure out what in the world. And then I got into an article, and it was about the experience. And they said it was about getting the family together, and the kids would get their fingers in the dough and make the dough up, put toppings on, and smash them out, roll them around, cook them in them ovens, and then they would participate in the meal. And that was the experience. So they kind of evolved into this thing. Now we're looking out there, and I'm seeing, Lord, Michael, I can't believe the invoices that are coming through that we see from different members. And we have several verticals in Nationwide Southwest, the Independent Edge, and that is we have Nationwide Southwest, our buying group. We have the America's Marketing Group. We have America's Premier Integrators. We added AOLG, America's Outdoor Living Group.
Oh, wow.
And the living group is just going off the charts. Well, interestingly, we have a lot of members that were signing up to get in the outdoor, but some of the real classic people that have already established themselves in that AOLG space, that outdoor living space, they come to me and say, Dennis, you got products, but you ain't got the right products to sell in this upper end space. So I started looking into this thing. Man, I went out and started traveling and talking to these people. They were showing me invoices. People spending $30,000 and $40,000 for outdoor furniture to put in the weather. And I'm thinking to myself, my God, what a place to be. Well, interestingly, the CI space turned into a really, I don't know, kind of a watershed for us in a way when you think about how CI has evolved. Home theater, the big deal, that went away, and now we're into shades, we're in the lighting, we're in this, we're in those kitchens in the backyard and putting televisions by the pool and the mood lighting and everything you can imagine is out there. So all of a sudden we're starting to see the CI people that used to be mostly in here doing, home theater, whatever. Now we're in connected home, we're in everything. That outdoor yard, I want to tell you something, that's just another gold mine out there for them.
Yeah, that outdoor yard is actually the biggest room in your house. It really is. And, you're talking about barbecue grills, and most people have multiple grills on their deck. Yeah. They don't have one grill like I grew up on. They have a smoker, they have an egg, and they have a traditional gas grill. Right. And back to your point about how CI is evolving, when 9/11 happened, the staycation, the TV was the focal point of that business. Right now, with this outdoor living, the TV is an accessory. Uh-huh. It's not the focal point. Everything else you mentioned before is the focal point. The TV is an accessory. It's an important accessory, but it's an accessory. So our job is to make sure that whatever dealer decides to add my accessory as part of their overall plan, and as you said, the prices are high, they're skyrocketing. I have to make sure that that's an easy accessory for those guys. So it's really awesome to watch how the outdoor business has exploded.
Oh, yeah.
And I grew up Irish Catholic family, and family's really important, and we do a lot of stuff outside. And I feel like everyone's catching up to how I grew up.
That's good. Well, that's a good analogy. But the case in point is this. What we used to do, we couldn't do.
Yeah.
We were shut down.
Yes.
So we had to evolve into some other things. We had to figure out things. We wasn't going to just sit there like silent mutes.
Yep.
We're going to do something. We wanted activity. And we started figuring out what it is, what it's going to take, and what are we going to do to have fun. And then it had to be, well, we can't take the kids to the babysitter. We got to be all together now.
Yeah.
So then it all becomes. And to this day, I mean, I'm amazed to this day. I talk to, I've got a bunch of grandchildren. I talk to my grandchildren. They get together all the time. Groups, families, friends. They're always going someplace. And I said, what are you doing? And, well, we're going over to so-and-so's this weekend. We got a big thing party out by the pool, and there's going to be 4 or 5 families. We're all going to get out there and have the kids in the pool, and we'll just have a great time. So this is the new entertainment of the world.
Awesome.
Yeah. This is the amazing thing to me. What I have been taught by some of these higher-end outdoor living people is the woman of the house that always had the showcase kitchen now wants to showcase backyard. And they spend a lot of money to get it that way. And it's amazing to me how much, and I read an article that I don't remember the exact numbers, how many billions of dollars are going into that backyard, but it's monstrous.
Monstrous, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the outdoor TV business exploded in 2020.
Yeah.
There was only a few manufacturers early on, but it exploded. And it probably grew 2,000% because, again, it was an accessory to all this other great stuff. And people were spending a lot more time in the backyard. And it's still going on today.
Yeah, it hasn't slowed at all.
No.
I thought, I was saying, well, we're probably going to go through a period here, and then things are going to occur. People get free to go do things they want to do. But they kind of found a new life almost in that backyard, and they enjoy it. And you don't have to go on a ship to get some. You can go in the backyard and have fun, bring the neighbors together, the kids together, things like that. I'm not saying vacations and stuff aren't important, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people that have gravitated to the backyard.
Yes.
And they live back there.
Yes.
And so anyway, that's very, very interesting. Well, listen, Michael, the main thing I want to say today, first of all, thanks for joining me here today.
Absolutely. I'm really happy you asked me to be part of it.
And I want to know more as we move ahead here with Skyworth. And we'll be talking. And we'll get this video all put together for you. We'll get you a nice copy photo, send it over to you. Okay?
All right. Sounds great.
Michael, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you much.
Thanks for having me.
Okay.